Okay, let me just get this started. Give me a moment. All right. Well, hello to you and welcome to Get It Done For Me Virtual Services. Okay, my name is Daisy Santos and I'm the Chief of Operations Officer for the company. You can call me Miss Daisy, Miss Ice, or Chief Ice, Chief Daisy. It's up to you. You can call me sexy. I wouldn't mind. Okay, so the purpose for this video is to get you on board and set the ground rules before you get started with your tasks. So to give you a company background, this company, Get It Done For Me, has been established in 2016. So last year, around September, we just turned 1 year old. So we're on our second year now, and technically, we've been in the business for more than 6 years now. But what happened was it was previously owned by a Filipino, and that company dissolved. So Coach Katerina Gasset, who's already a partner at the time, absorbed the virtual assistant company and renamed it to Get It Done For Me. Coach Katerina Gasset is our CEO, and she's very huge in the States. She's an SEO guru. She coaches a lot of people in various business industries in the States. And we don't only cater to the people in the States, we also have people from Europe and Australia. So we're going worldwide. When we started in 2016, or restarted in 2016, we only had about 5 clients, just a handful to start with. And then it grew. We got almost 10 new clients each month, and of course there were attrition as well. um, there were clients who quit, but the, the, the pace of the growth is steady. And right now I think we have more or less 50 clients on board, and it's only been a year. And we also have about 50 virtual assistants on board right now, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But we continue to grow. So this is a very, very exciting time to have you as part of the company, because we're looking for very competent people to be part of the company, to be part of that growth. So I'm excited that you're here with us now, and I hope everything goes smoothly. Okay? So you know me already. I'm the CEO of the company. I'm next in line from Coach Katrina Gasset. What I do is that I assign the tasks to the VAs, to the team, and I also give the instructions as to how to go about the tasks. I also connect to the clients. I make sure that the clients are happy with what we're doing, and I also make sure that the VA's concerns are addressed. Okay, so I'm the person to go to whenever you have concerns about your tasks or the tasks assigned to you. Get in touch with me. Okay. All right. Well, 90% of the clients that we have are real estate agents. Well, I'm losing S there for clients and real estate agents, but I'm going to have to edit that later on. Anyhow, so 90% of the clients we have are real estate agents. Why? Because Coach Katerina is a realtor herself. Okay, and her husband Nestor owns a real estate company. So they do have um, a real estate company in Florida. And aside from that, Coach Katrina also owns various other companies that actually interlinks with the one that we have now as the this virtual assistant business. Um, so we cater from clients from all over the world. You know that already. I mentioned that earlier. And if you want to check out further information about the company and what we're about, you can go to www.facebook.com. Get it done for me. Okay. All right. So who is Coach Katerina? Let's get to know her more. That picture that you're seeing there is Coach Katerina and her youngest son, who's a baseball player. Tristan is the name of her youngest son, and he's a teenager. Let's read her mission, and this mission is a very, very touching, and She really lives up to this mission once you get to know her. Okay, so Coach Katrina says, my mission is to change lives in your business. Changing lives by providing the opportunity for the wonderful people of the Philippines to work from home, putting food on their tables. It is a huge passion of mine to see each family to be able to afford food and comforts of life. We strive to help you bring your business to the next level, taking off your shoulders the weight of all the tasks that must be done each day, and to give you back your life. As you give life to people living in the Philippines, they give your business life. That's the mission and vision for this company. So these clients give life to us here in the Philippines, give us a way to support our families and enjoy the comforts of working from home, the conveniences that that includes, while our job is, of course, to give their businesses life, to get their businesses going for them. Okay, let's set your expectations. Of course, the number one expectation is teamwork. You may have you may have experience doing home-based work from your previous jobs, um, but I just want to let you know that with Get It Done for Me, we are huge on teamwork. Okay, this isn't like your usual home-based setup where you are a freelancer and you just have to submit your output and you work all by yourself. Nope. Here in Get It Done for Me, we're huge on teamwork. If you need any help, you can go ahead and tap on anyone, any member of the team, and they'd be happy to assist you. We're also huge on meeting deadlines. When you're given a task, you're expected to finish that task within the pay period, and pay period entails 2 weeks. So we get paid every 2 weeks, every 15th and 30th of the month, if that falls on those dates, but it's basically every 2 weeks. So all the tasks are expected to be finished within that 2 week period. We also expect self reliance from you. Unlike your usual office setup where you have a classroom training and you're given training materials that are tangible, so to speak, it's different here in the virtual world. You're expected to be more self reliant, you're expected to be tech savvy, you're expected to know your craft. So the part that we play a role in would be just to tweak it in terms of the technical stuff. Say you're hired to do social media marketing or social media managing. You're expected to know that. You're expected to know how to use Facebook, how to analyze the insights on Facebook, how to post on Instagram, how to do graphics, create how to create attractive graphics, and how to post compelling snippets on social media. That is already expected from you. On our part, what we can do is just tweak it a little to match the strategies that we have in place for each of the clients. Okay, and should you be assigned a task that may be a challenging one for you, you're expected to have the initiative to look it up, to study it, to go the extra mile to get that task done, no matter how challenging it may be. You're also expected to be proactive. There are cases when you'd be asked to do one thing for a client, but you'd see something else that's not correctly done. You might encounter. Let me give you an example. Say you're assigned, since I gave social media as an example earlier, let's stick to that. Say you're assigned to post a message, a snippet on Facebook, on the client's Facebook business page. and you saw a Facebook business page from the client that has typographical errors. What do you do then? It's not even a part of your task, but you're expected to be proactive in correcting that, or at least ping me, let me know that you found that error on the client's business page. Okay, let's be proactive. Communication. This is very, very important in the virtual setup because compared to an office setup, I can see when you're nodding, I can see when you're smiling or you're crying or you're frowning. But here, when we're doing our work, we only have texts on screen. I can't see you. The clients can see you, more importantly. And we hardly also do voice calls. So we don't have your facial expressions. We also don't have the intonation of your voice. That would leave us with only words on the screen. So it's very, very important that we communicate. We make the most out of it. We communicate each step of the way. Because me and Coach Katrina, there's no way for us to know what's going on with your task, what's going on with you, unless you let us know. We don't have psychic powers. We don't have psychic abilities. So please make use of your work email, which Miss Ivy has provided you with. Email us, and also get always check your Hangout chats because we send our instructions and messages on Hangouts. Okay, so make it a daily habit that at the moment you log on for work, make sure that you check your email and you check your chats. Okay, please communicate with us. Anything that might be going on with you, or say for example you think you won't be able to report for work for the day, let us know. Focus, that is also expected of you. Well, there are the challenges that are involved when you're working from home can be exhausting. Okay, I don't know, that might be well, yeah, they people think that working from home is easy. But the truth of the matter is that when you work from home, there are a lot of challenges surrounding you. I mean, you're seeing the television set right in front of you. You're seeing the bedroom right there. You're seeing the bed. You're seeing the light dimmed in one of your rooms. So it's very inviting just to fall asleep, right? You're seeing the fridge right there. Why not just eat? So there are a bunch of challenges there. And if you have children, that's another thing, right? So it's important that you allot time for work. There's a time for family, there's a time for house chores, and there's also a time for work. And when you're at work, when you log on for work, you're expected to focus on work alone because that's what we're being paid for. Diligence. Okay, so when you're assigned a task, you are not only expected to present an output, you're expected to present a correct output, quality output. Okay, because some people, what they do is, let's say, again, let's use Facebook. Let's say you've been asked to, hey, post this, create an event on Facebook about an open house I'm doing for this client is doing in New York. Okay. So what the VA does is she goes ahead and posts the event on Facebook. There's an open house on Saturday at 11 p.m. At 11 a.m. to 2 in the afternoon, and be there. So that's the post. There's no photo. There's no link. What the VA did was just posted it there. She didn't get the link for the output. She didn't add details about the open house. She didn't add the address for it. She didn't add a photo at all, no details, no information about it, just the date and the time. Well, that was asked of her. What was asked of her was to create an event, and she did that. But was it done correctly? That's the question there. So, diligence. Please be detailed when you create your task. When you do your task, be detailed about it and make sure that you do it correctly the first time. That will save you so much time. If on your first attempt you learn to ask questions right away, and you learn to ask questions right away, so you do it correctly. You don't assume, always ask questions. All right, so about your tasks. When you're assigned a task, you will be tagged on Trello. By now, you probably have an idea already what Trello is. So when you're tagged, Miss Farah is the one who does the tagging on Trello. And when you're tagged on Trello, you will find the title of the tasks in your output cards. We call it output cards because it's right there in the output column. There is a separate video tutorial for Trello navigation. Please watch that video tutorial as well. Okay, so when you're assigned a task, you're gonna get it via Trello, and say for example, since you're new, of course, you wouldn't know your way around. You wouldn't know where to proceed, how to do it, right? Make sure that you check the description field of your Trello card. Check if there's any attached cards to it. Because more often than not, what I do, since I'm the one assigning the tasks, and Miss Farah does this too now, what we do is that we attach the cards for the task cards into your output cards. So that way, everything you need is right there. Say, for example, you don't know how to proceed with a task. You don't know the step-by-step for that particular task. You don't know where to go, how to go about it. If there are no task steps on that output card that you have, next step for you is to check out the virtual assistant board. Okay, you've been added there. Do a Control F, CTRL plus F, and if you're using a Mac, use Command F, and then type the platform you're working on. Say for example, you've been assigned to post on SlideShare. Do a Control F and click and type SlideShare. Do that. You can either do that in the client's Trello board to look for past outputs. Check the outputs that the previous VAs have done in that same platform, SlideShare, or you can do that in Virtual Assistant board, because there you will find a lot of tutorials that we have in place for the team. We have video tutorials there. We have task steps in place, complete with screenshots and arrows and boxes. So it's going to be very easy for you to follow. So you're asked to post on Facebook. Where do you get the logins? The logins are going to be at the first column of the client's Trello board. If you're having a hard time logging in to a client's account, any account for that matter, the person to get in touch with would be Miss Farah. Okay, not Miss Ivy, not me, not Coach Katrina, but it's going to be Miss Farah. Get in touch with Miss Farah, and Farah will assist you through it. Okay, so going back, say for example you don't know what to do with it, or with the task that's been assigned to you. Google it. Again, the steps you need to take is first check if you have the task steps right there on the card, on the Trello card you've been assigned in. Second, check out past outputs. Do a Control F on the Trello board. Third, Google it. Google is going to be your best friend in this job. Google it, guys. Don't be ashamed. Go ahead, Google it. And then lastly, ask questions. Again, let me repeat that. Lastly, ask questions. When you've done all of those things that I mentioned earlier, the next step for you is to ask questions. Never mind that you already know what to do, still ask questions. Ping me on Hangouts. Hey Chief Eyes, hey Chief, is this correct? Please confirm if I'm doing the right thing. I found this on Google. I found this task steps on the VA board. Am I doing it correctly? Hi, Miss Eyes. I found this previous output from a VA before, and is this the same tasks I'm expected to do? Is this how it's gonna be? Stuff like that. Ask questions, please. Domino effect. This is very important. The domino effect. So, as you know, I mentioned this with you guys when we had the interview, with the job interview. We are huge on dependencies. When we say dependencies, what it means is that if you're not able to do your task, that means it creates a domino effect. There's a ripple effect. Most of the tasks that we have in place for the clients are done by a team of VAs. So if one member of that team won't be able to do his or her tasks, that affects the entire team. So if you want to be able to do your task on the set due date for that particular task, that means VA1, VA2, VA3, and VA4, and so on, won't be able to proceed with their tasks as well. Because there are tasks where the VA needs your output links for them to be able to proceed with their tasks. So it's very important that we meet the deadlines and due dates. Okay, and when that happens, when you don't meet your due date, that creates pay delays as well. Not just for you, but for all the other VAs affected in the team, for all the other VAs dependent on your task. Their pay will be delayed as well. And as you know, most of the VAs that we have in the team, this is their bread and butter. And we don't want to do that to them. That's not fair. Also, the clients that we have pay in advance. So they pay 2 weeks in advance each time. So when you're assigned a task, you're expected to finish it because the client has already paid for that task. Okay? Aside from that, it also affects the company's accounting. It messes up the numbers. When tasks are not done, it messes up the numbers. That means extra work for the payroll VA, for me who's assigning the tasks and doing the numbers, for Coach Katerina who's doing the accounting for the company. And there would be massive adjustments. And aside from that, of course, come the following pay period, you'd be assigned a new set of tasks. That means your tasks are gonna be piling up, and that could be overwhelming and stressful. So you don't want your tasks piling up. Basically, get the tasks done. Get it done. Your timesheet. Always update your timesheets each time you finish a task. Your timesheets are going to be provided to you by our payroll person, Miss Felissa, and she will guide you through your timesheets on how to go about it. When your tasks for the pay period, when all the tasks for you in a specific pay period are not done, let's say you've been assigned 10 tasks and you were only able to do 9 out of the 10, you won't be able to get your pay yet. So you have to finish all 10 tasks assigned to you for that pay period. And Miss Felissa checks your cards one by one each pay period. She checks the cards if there's an output there, if it's labeled completed, and so on and so forth. So if there are any payroll issues that you may have, if you have any payroll concerns, the person to get in touch with would be Miss Felissa. It's important that you add her on Hangouts. Vacation and planned leave. Okay, go ahead and have a break. It's important that we sharpen our saws from time to time, and we encourage that. However, please give us at least 2 weeks notice. Why? Because this way we'd be able to have contingency plan on the tasks that are supposedly assigned to you. Don't forget that we need 2 weeks notice. And the person to get in touch with if you're going on vacation or a planned leave would be Miss Ivy. Yes, of course, you do have your flexible hours, you do have your flexible schedule, but still, we need to be informed whenever you're going on vacation or planned leave, whenever you won't be available for the day. And please manage your time wisely. This is very, very important. Manage your time wisely. Like I said, it's very tempting to procrastinate when you're working from home. So it's important that you manage your time wisely. All right. Well, that's about it. Should you have any questions, please feel free to ping me on Hangouts and I'll be happy to assist you. Okay, let's get your feet wet with your tasks.